Have you guys ever seen a $500+ arrow tuning device? Neither have we. So let's experience it together. Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here with the Revolution Arrow Tuner from Last Chance Archery. We got these first like 4 months ago, and we've been so freaking busy we hadn't had a chance to play with it yet, but it was getting close to hunting season, and those my broadheads aren't flying right questions start flying a lot, and figured, well, it's probably a good time to look at this product and actually show you a little breakdown of it. It is $539. We do stock these. They have been out since the beginning of the year. It does a couple of different things. One, you can check the straightness of your arrows from end to end, down to a thou. And we actually put some of Forrest's, these are his beat up rip TKOs. We tried to find some arrows that might need actual straightening. And these all came out of the thou to 2 thou, but it works relatively simply. Set it up on your gauge and spin the arrow out there, and you can see the deviations less than 1,000th right there. And this is a 6,000th straightness arrow, so it's pretty darn good. So you can move it up and down the arrow and do that on all those portions. You can move these feet in and out. But the next thing that it does that's pretty darn cool, I know it's kind of expensive for an arrow squaring device, but it's a really, really accurate, tight arrow squaring device. So we'll put this on here and show you how that works. And you can also square not just the arrow, but you can square your insert too, which most squaring devices do that. But talk about a 100% 90-degree perfect angle. You just slide that little devil in there. Lift up on here, drop your arrow in there. And you can hear it kind of grinding on there. Always have some forward pressure into the grinder as you're rotating it. So that should be nice and straight, and pull it out and keep doing the next one after the next one after the next one. But you can see a little shine on there now that wasn't there before. Give you a good little edge there, and that's a really neat feature that you wouldn't have to buy a regular squaring tool for that, but I know it's very expensive, but it does a lot more than that. The other thing that it does is it will take a point or a broadhead that's bent and straighten it, or isn't perfectly straight out of the arrow. So this part's really what you're paying for the most part of this tool here. Now, we did find out one thing. If you have field points that have like really long tips like this, it's not going to work because this goes way down inside and it just keeps bending the opposite direction. So something like that, if you're trying to straighten an actual insert, you put her in the tool like so, move that up, bring that guy down. Well, and there's not a ton of deviation there, so that's not really a good example. It's relatively straight, but all you would do is bring it to the lowest point in the gauge and push down, hold this here and push down on it a little bit. All right, and that pulled it out of the tool. And we actually made it more crooked. All right, it's that sensitive. So if you put it there and push down a little 2-bar, that's close. Just tap it. Slide out of that. So the whole time you're using this, it's going to want to push back this way, so you have to keep pressure on it. Gosh dang.
One thing you got to realize though, you're trying to get a point that's a 6,000 tolerance to it.
Sure, no, within reason, but this from here to here shouldn't matter on how straight the arrow is. It really shouldn't. And now you've got it down to 0 movement. So you've taken something that was slightly crooked and made it incredibly straight, and this is a not straight arrow to begin with. So this connection right here, when it comes to a broadhead, is going to determine how well your broadheads fly every time. Whenever we get a broadhead that flies erratic or flies, like that, 9 times out of 10, it's right in there. It's in the broadhead connection, whether it's the insert into the arrow or the broadhead into the insert, and this tool will eliminate all of those. So it is a very expensive tool, but for you tinkerers out there that are really hardcore on, I want the most accurate, most consistent thing I possibly could ever have, this will do it in spades. It's a pretty incredible tool. Not cheap. It's for the real hardcore guy, but it will make the front of your arrow perfect and allow you to check out every piece of equipment. So if you're interested in it, head on over to podiumarcher.com, take a look at one. We do have like a dozen of them in stock. See if there's anything else there that you're looking for or would have interest in. Video ideas. Need lots of them, guys. We're going to try to get the pace up a lot higher going forward, especially after early hunting season. Sorry, I will take some time for myself there, but hopefully we'll get you out a bunch of videos here right after the hunting season start rolling. But looking for ideas? Follow the Instagram. Got some pretty exciting stuff coming here pretty quickly, but you must subscribe to YouTube and you must follow Instagram in order to be included in some of those exciting things that are going to be coming along once we break 20,000 subs, which might be by the time this video is edited. So thanks for following along. Keep subscribing. Check us out.